In the past, retailers attracted customers with unique product assortment. Nowadays, retail assortment and services look more alike. You can find most customer brands in different retail channels, department stores, discount stores, webs. Thus, it is now more difficult for any retailer to offer exclusive merchandise. Service differentiation has also eroded, so many retailers today are rethinking their marketing activities. Retailers face major marketing decisions about market segmentation and targeting, store differentiation and positioning, and the retail marketing mix. As we mentioned in the retail strategy lesson, retailers must segment and define the target market and then decide how they will differentiate and position themselves in these markets. Should the brand focus on downscale or upscale customers? Do target buyers want low prices, convenience, variety, depth of assortment? Based on that, retailers will define their target market and will start to decide about product assortment and services, pricing, channels, and communication to support their positioning. Successful retailers define their target market well and position themselves strongly. So we need to select the marketing tools or marketing mix that, based on our retail business objectives, will be more efficient and appropriate. The main reasons to work will be the 4 Ps: product and services, price, place or channel, and promotion or communication. Assortment is one of the main basic 4 pillars that define the positioning. This decision will be based on our target market, customer needs, attitudes, and behavior. Among the marketing decisions a company needs to take in order to configure its product assortment, we can highlight the following: breadth and depth of the assortment. Wide would be the number of offered products, like for example shoes, books, toys, and depth is the number of references or brands in each type of product. A wide assortment with a quite deep would be, for example, a department store like Corte Inglés, and a very narrow assortment but very deep would be, for example, the Container Store or Tie Rack. Second is the level of product availability. It is the level or percentage of sales of a specific product due to its availability. It means achieving a very complex balance between increasing stock cost and the corresponding cost of lost sales by not having that product available on the racks. Third one, brand policy. The brands sold by a retailer are immediately going to be associated with the retailer's positioning. That's why it will have to keep the coherence. On the other side, using private label, it's a major increasing trend, more tightened to the credibility, loyalty, and retailer's brand image. That's why one of the most important decisions for a retailer is to decide if it's going to sell own brands or supplier ones, and in which proportion. There are some companies that only sell own brands, like Springfield, and others, like the hypermarkets as Carrefour, offer both of them. Another option is to offer merchandise that no other competitor carries, brands on which holds exclusivities. For example, Gap is only sold in Corte Inglés in Spain. The last decision is the merchandise display to the public. For apparel retailers, it is important to decide which products to display as part of the store decoration and customer attracting element. Retailers must decide on 3 major product variables: the product assortment, the service mix, and the store atmosphere. The retailer's product assortment should differentiate the retailer while matching the target shopper's expectations. One strategy is to offer brands in which holds exclusive. Another one is to feature merchandise events, like for example, India in Corte Inglés, or offer surprise merchandise. Retailers can also differentiate themselves by offering a highly targeted product assortment, would be again the container store. The service mix can also help to differentiate a retailer from another. For example, Corte Inglés has a claim that always applies, that is, if you are not satisfied, we give you the money back. So the role of customer service regarding the client is to influence him or her on the store selection, buying process, and to achieve their loyalty. Thus, the primary objective is to add value to the offered product and create competitive advantages through services that offer benefits to the customer at a reasonable cost. We can highlight two types of services, required and determinant. Required services are those that must be offered by the retailer to be recognized as such by the consumer, or because they are important, or because the competitors do offer them. And determinant services are those that motivate and determine customer preferences and election. They do add value and help the retailer to differentiate. As mentioned before, the service strategy design is also based on consumer knowledge and their buying process. It is important to determine their sensibility to different levels of service. A good service strategy can achieve a big value added since it helps to avoid price wars, increase sales, and differentiate the brand. However, every company needs also to define their price and communication strategy aligned with their positioning. In the next class, we will learn how to do so.